What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I'm your host, Drew Hoover, and today we'll be talking about the Valero Alamo Bowl. So what I'm going to be doing is really settling down and really analyzing the top bowl games. I don't have time to do all of them, unfortunately, but just the ones that have the most recognition. Eventually, I will be talking about, the Fiesta Bowl, the Rose Bowl, and then eventually the Cotton Orange Bowl, the games that will decide who ends up going to the national championship. I am aware that some of the outcomes of this game will be affected by opt-outs. If you don't know what that is when college players who have the chance to go in next year's NFL draft opt out the bowl game so they can prep for the the workouts and stuff for the NFL draft. And I'm not a big fan of those, honestly. It's a big disappointment as a college fan. But I've heard the arguments of, one, if you're the player, you want to stay healthy leading up to the draft process. And also as a team, you want to know what you have in your underclassmen. You want to make sure they get the reps and experience leading up to the off season. But anyway, if you have not subscribed to my channel yet, please click that subscribe button. Also, if you have any graphic design needs, Anthony Garcia is your man. His link is in the description below. www.anthonygarciadesign.com. Now let's get right into this. Who's playing in the Alamo Bowl? You have at number 14 the Oregon Ducks versus at number 16 the Oklahoma Sooners. And both these teams have the ability to establish the run. That's what really stands out to me. You talk about the Oregon Ducks averaging over 203 yards a game, whereas the Sooners average over 176 yards. And all that is really due to the quarterback running back duo that they have down there. Starting with Oregon, you have Anthony Brown. Yes, he's got over 2,600 passing yards and 15 touchdowns, but he also contributes 9 rushing touchdowns to that run game. And then you add the running back Travis Dye, who's got 1,118 yards and 15 TDs. Then you go to Oklahoma, which the big story this year was Spencer Rattler, who preseason was considered to be a number 1 prospect heading into next year's draft, got benched in favor of Caleb Williams. And he also shows his mobility, contributing 6 rushing touchdowns, along with Kenny Brooks' performance this year with 1,111 yards and 10 TDs. And but also what helps the Oklahoma Sooners is the fact that Caleb Williams has been able to pass deep down the field and spread the ball like Oklahoma likes to. That's why they have the 30th ranked pass offense in the league, averaging 265 yards a game, which might be the difference considering Oregon's passing offense is 87th with only 214 yards, just short of 215 yards a game. But both these offenses, despite what they lack in the passing game, are able to put points up on the board. Oregon averaging 31.4 points a game, and Oklahoma averaging 38.4 points a game. So what does that leave for the defenses? Well, both defenses allow an average of 25 points a game, and also they have 22 takeaways. So these quarterbacks really have to take care of the ball. But what's really going to mess this game up is the fact that both these teams will be without their top pass rushers. Oregon, they're going to be without Kayvon Thibodeau, again an opt-out, who could end up being a top 5 player in next year's draft. Also for Oklahoma, they lost their pass rushers too, with Isaiah Thomas and Nick Bonetto. I believe that's the last name. I don't know the pronunciation. But anyway, so that does shape things right there. If they can't get to the quarterback, then that means that whatever these offenses decide to do, they might have free reign. I have no experience or knowledge of who's going to step up and take their place. Again, this is really just knowing what they got, and so even the coaches probably don't know what they have at the edge rushers at this point. And so who's going to win this game and why? Again, it's the fact that these teams don't have the pass rushers, but I think really Oregon not having Kayvon Thibodeau is going to cost them, because I think Caleb Williams in that offense, like I said, 38.4, almost 40 points a game. Like I said, you got the 30th pass offense. Kenny Brooks is a man that can run it within the tackles and also catch it out of the backfield. I think this is Oklahoma's game to lose, and I don't know. We'll see how that Oklahoma defense does against that run game. But I will say the final score, if I had to say it on the top of my head, it's probably would be maybe 36-21. But I feel like Oklahoma's going to put up a bunch of points right there. And if Oregon has to play catch up, I mean, if it has to be relied on Anthony Brown and his ability to pass, we haven't seen that yet, I believe. So that has been my analysis and prediction for the Valero Alamo Bowl. Stay tuned for more bowls. Like I said, I'll be eventually predicting the college football playoffs, who wins the Cotton and Orange Bowl, who ends up taking their team to the college championship, and it should be lots of fun. So I'm Drew Hoover, and have a good day, everybody.